Hi everyone. A few weeks ago actually, when the whole Alex Jones saga was going on, I did a video saying that we need to push the government to regulate the internet companies. And they're going to do it. Unfortunately, it looks like the UK government are not going to do it in the way that you or I hope they are going to do it. In fact, they're going to do it in almost the complete opposite and wrong way. So this is from BuzzFeed News. The UK government is planning to set up a regulator for the internet. Just took a couple of snippets from this article. It's not good. A quote. This is what the article says. The UK government is preparing to establish a new internet regulator that would make tech firms liable for content published on their platforms and have the power to sanction companies that fail to take down illegal material and hate speech within hours. BuzzFeed News can reveal. So they're doing exactly the opposite of what people like I want and suggest. We suggest that there should be some process if any accounts are to be taken down on the internet, on social media. There should be some sort of process, and we should err on the side of leaving stuff up rather than taking it down. And now the UK government are suggesting that these tech giants, these social media companies, become the arbiters of what is hate speech or not. Article continues. Under legislation being drafted by the Home Office and Department for Digital Culture, Media and Sport, due to be announced this winter, a new regulatory framework for online social harms would be created. BuzzFeed News has obtained details of the proposals which would see the establishment of an internet regulator similar to Ofcom, which regulates broadcasts, telecoms and postal communications. Home Secretary Sajid Javid, I can't stand that guy, and Culture Secretary Jeremy Wright are considering the introduction of a mandatory code of practice for social media platforms and strict new rules such as takedown times, forcing websites to remove illegal hate speech within a set time frame or face penalties. Ministers are also looking at implementing age verification for users of Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Just that sentence there, strict new rules such as takedown times, forcing websites to remove illegal hate speech. So who's going to be the arbiters of what's illegal hate speech? The tech giants. Who's going to be fined if they don't take it down? The tech giants. So who's going to err on the side of caution and be taking down all sorts of speech, whether it's hate speech or not? The tech giants. Social media companies will be forced to sign up to a code of practice, the new requirements to assist the police in investigating criminal activity online. The government is looking at legislation passed in Germany last year. Oh, I remember that. It was a disaster. Requiring social media platforms to remove illegal hate speech within 24 hours or face fines of up to 50 million euros. 50 million if they don't take the hate speech down. They're just going to be deleting anything. Was it Facebook not long ago that was it the Declaration of Independence that was classed as hate speech according to Facebook? And since they were working hand in glove with the neocon funded right wing bloody Atlantic Council that has Kissinger on its board of directors. The German law was vociferously opposed by human rights groups and industry representatives who warned it would lead to censorship and an unmanageable burden on smaller websites. Of course it will. It encountered problems in its first few months when a satirical magazine and a political street artist had their content blocked. The government is set to introduce age verification for social media platforms after ministers raised concerns that children are currently only required to tick a box saying that they are over the age of 13. This is another move towards 1984. This is censorship. They're saying that it's an internet regulator. It's not. It's an attempt at censorship because the tech giants now are just going to be doing everything that they possibly can to not face a fine. So they'll write out. I mean, I think the government are that outdated and that out of touch that they seem to think that it's possible to manually check everything on the internet and on the social media platforms. It's not. To be able to do this, they have to write algorithms, and algorithms are never perfect. And you can guarantee, if this goes through, independent voices like mine are going to be censored. And it's what we have been saying in independent media all along. This is why we were so against them kicking Alex Jones off the platform. It wasn't about us defending Alex Jones at all. It was about us saying, listen, if you let this happen, all sorts of stuff is going to happen as a result of it. And here you go. Not long after it, they're saying it's an internet regulator. If it was an internet regulator to regulate them and say, right, okay, everybody should be able to speak freely on the internet, and to be able to take anything down or to ban anybody, there needs to be some sort of process, an open process that people can, you know, chip in with their thoughts on. And they're going the other way and handing all the power over to the internet regulators, and then fining them if they don't do what the government wants, which means they're going to err on the side of caution. And we have said, political commentators and commentators like me have said, with this Alex Jones thing, don't cheer it, because it won't be the people on the right that are affected the most. It'll be the silencing of the left. And that's what's going to happen. You've all heard about Alex Jones in the mainstream media. Have the mainstream media talked about all the pro-Palestine groups that are being taken down? Have the mainstream media been talking about, you know, all the Facebook groups and the Twitter accounts that have been taken down just on a whim because Israel asked? No. This could be the death of the social media freedom. It really could. Could be the death of social media freedom if this takes hold in the UK, because if it takes hold in the UK, it's already happened in Germany. It'll start going around the world. Brace yourselves. Censorship is coming. If you like this video and you want to see more, please subscribe and click the bell below. Independent media voices like mine are being censored across all social media platforms, so please share my videos everywhere you can to spread the word. If you can, please become a patron. The link is below as well. $1, $2, $5 a month, whatever you can afford. It really helps. I cannot do this without your support. Thanks very much for your support. Until next time, peace and take care.